James, and you join us live back in the commentary position with the Leek manager Josh Breahut. Josh, a 5-0 defeat following a 4-3 defeat at the weekend. Just give us your thoughts on that game.
Well, obviously it's not been a good day. Obviously, we've given away really poor goals again, and we just seem a shadow of ourselves. The same group of players that have achieved and reached incredible heights earlier on in the season. Obviously, look bereft of confidence at the moment, and ultimately it's my job to work out why that is and what we can do to stem the tide and turn the momentum back in our favour.
I mean, without, obviously it was without even trying to dress up the performance. People shouldn't panic. You're still there. I think fifth, that gets you in the, so you've time to work it out. But you mentioned on Saturday there seemed to be this tendency to hit the ball too long. Was that the same tonight, do you think?
Yeah. I think there's multiple things that we can discuss around tonight, and you're right. We've levelled off now in terms of games, and if you remember rightly, I said when we had 5 games in hand, we ain't getting carried away. We're not going to win 5 out of 5 games in hand and be flipping 10 points clear, like I was hearing from some circles, some people. But it doesn't work like that, and to go Saturday Tuesday is not easy. And you're right, we've levelled off now, and we are where we are. So we found ourselves. We're in a position where we're in a competitive place. We can't feel sorry for ourselves and sulk. But what we have got to do is we've got to learn very, very quickly and obviously freshen the group up.
I mean, they've brought a lad in from the northwest counties that scored about 6 in a month, and he was difficult to cope with. But over and above that, there were a couple of your players that perhaps didn't operate at the level they normally do, and we saw some uncharacteristic errors which led to goals tonight.
Yeah, and again, that's something we've got to try and work on. It's very, I think once the game's 3-0 in the manner that it was, obviously the third goal going in at the time it did, you're looking at character at that stage. You're looking at the players' ability to demonstrate resilience, which we did the other day, and the mistakes that then happen after that, because again, all 3 of the goals in the second half have come from us turning the ball over inside our own half, our own defensive third. In a couple of those examples, and at that stage, they don't happen probably if the others haven't happened anyway. So again, we've got to learn really quickly, and I'm very sorry to the fans that come out tonight and watch that, because they've come out on a Tuesday night, long way, and we haven't produced. We haven't we haven't done the bare minimum, which is competing and running around at the same level, at least the same level as our opponent.
I mean, we saw at 3-0 the fact that you've got to shuffle the pack. It was a triple substitution, which is a gamble in itself, because that leaves you open if you get an injury. But nevertheless, you go out, you make that statement, but then you're going to leave holes because you need to push forward.
Yeah. Listen, I think the 3 players that came onto the game deserve the opportunity to come into the game. Kari was unlucky not to start tonight. I had a chat with him before the game and explained my reasoning why. But he came in and influenced the game on, positively on Saturday, scoring and obviously creating a chance right at the end that we nearly got the equaliser from. Riles, again, has been in and out. Paddy's not had a minute yet, so it was an opportunity to get him on, and
it was good to take a look at him as well, wasn't it?
Well, at the end of the day, it was an opportunity to learn about him in difficult circumstances, and he came in and showed a little bit of personality, which is good. Obviously, we still conceded a couple more goals, but yeah, like I say, we've got to learn, and we've got to learn quick. And I can absolutely categorically tell you that I won't be, I won't be feeling sorry for myself, and the management team around me will be. Together we will pull it apart and decide what we need to do to make the group stronger to try and sort of reinvigorate us going into the game Saturday and beyond.
It was disappointing tonight, but at the end of the day, games like this happen in football. We've seen the best sides in the world can get turned over and have a bad night. Yes, there was a defeat on Saturday, defeat tonight, but Leek Football Club is still a good football club, and maybe, I suppose, other clubs around you have been able to, as we saw with the guy they brought in, they're still sort of tinkering around and having a look who's available and this, that and the other, and you'll be no different.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite evident that we're going to have to try and freshen the group up. That's obvious. It's one of the beauties of being at this level. Our group is pretty thin, in terms of numbers, in terms of bodies. So yeah, we've got some work to do, and hopefully we can do something quickly.
We said, in the final moments of the commentary, going to Clitheroe this Saturday is probably not the one fixture that you would have wanted, and it'll give them a little bit of confidence. You're looking for a reaction now, Josh, aren't you, for the group of players that you put out on Saturday to say, this is not who we were and we're going to put that right?
Yeah, they've not turned into bad players overnight.
Absolutely.
Again, can't lose sight of what the levels they have reached. What we've got to work out is why we've had that little bit of a dip. And again, can't come away from the fact that we've had a really heavy schedule, and it's a learning curve for me. And I've got to take that on the chin and understand that we probably need to freshen up the group and make more changes in and around this sort of last 5 game period that we've had. But I'll learn from that, and I think that's the only positive that comes from today really is that we're learning about the group more. It's a group that obviously there's some stalwarts within the group who've been in the group a long time. There's obviously been some new additions this season, so we're still learning about them. And obviously when you go in and go through this sticky patch, it's about learning from it very quickly and working out how to move forward collectively. We've got to stick together now more than ever. Again, we can't afford to feel sorry for ourselves. We have another game, and football is good like that. You have to get over things quite quickly. Yeah, you can't dwell on. You're not allowed to dwell on things. Nope.
How influential is the fact that you've got a certain Tim Grice club legend that's getting ever so close now to coming back, and a young man that we thought the world of, thought he was a great player in Josh Breahut, who's had an ACL and has fought long and hard to get back, and we're told he's a couple of games off on grass from. They'll be like 2 new signings.
Yeah, Josh is a little bit further away than Tim. Grice is making great progress, and we'll be hoping to get him some game time very, very soon. Josh is a little bit further away. The nature of his injury means that the timescales are bigger. But yeah, of course, both of them being back on the training field has been great. Grice is now back in full contact training, and we know what he's about. He's shown his quality, and it'll be a big boost for us when he's ready and available.
Well, you've got a training session on Thursday ahead of a game on Saturday, and no doubt that you and the management team will turn over stones to find out a winning formula. And again, it's down to you can only do so much. It's down to the 11 across that white line.
Yeah, we've got to try and find that right formula, like you said, and we'll do everything we possibly can to do that ahead of Saturday.